I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and we are out on Johns Island on Bohicket Road at this beautiful custom home, talking with the folks from Hostetler Custom Cabinetry. How you doing, folks?
Just fine.
Doing well.
Good. First of all, thank you so much for having us out to this project, and it's an amazing house. And Hostetler Cabinetry, custom cabinetry, was involved with doing all of the cabinetry throughout the house. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Good deal. Well, we're going to be taking a look at some of those the different spaces where Hostetler Custom Cabinetry has their work in it. But first of all, let's kind of start off with you folks briefly telling our listeners, viewers, and readers about Hostetler Custom Cabinetry.
We've been in business for 30 years and have been building custom cabinets and making a lot of people happy. So.
Good deal. So 30 years, and this is a father-son team. What's it like coming into the business with your dad?
It's been really great. I went to school with the intention of kind of learning more about business, and I've come back and working full-time with him. I've been running around the shop since I was about 10 years old, so I love it. I love being a part of it, and my dad does a great job of letting me kind of have some range to do some creative things, so it's great.
Terrific. Well, Hostetler Custom Cabinetry, you folks build custom cabinets for homeowners and also commercial?
No, we don't do any commercial. It's just basically residential that we do.
Residential, okay, and the fact that we're in this beautiful custom home, if we can pan over maybe and take a look at these the windows and the beautiful view out here of the Bohicket River. Obviously, they wanted to capture the views of the river. No wall cabinets there, so you really had to concentrate most of the cabinetry for base cabinets. What kinds of let's go in and go ahead and have you folks describe the kitchen cabinets here.
Well, the nice part about this room is it's really big. You know, it's not often you have more than enough space to work with. So generally, being too small is a design issue. But in this case, we had to figure out what to do with all of the space. So, like you said, there's not many uppers, but in something this large, it worked out okay because we're able to utilize a lot of the base cabinets for some of the storage. This house features, a 60-inch range and two 36-inch Sub-Zero refrigerators. So just the scale of all the cabinetry had to kind of fit that. And so that's why you see, the range is really large, and also, the fridge cabinet is, almost 10 feet tall. So we had to do some things like that to make sure that it was robust enough to kind of carry some of the design features that are in the room.
Sure. And tell us about this island.
This island is definitely one of my favorites. Another thing in a big room like this that you can do is you can mix up the finishes a little bit because you've kind of got an opportunity to break up the space. So what we're doing a lot of these days is making the island a little more furniture-like, maybe painting it a different color, which we did in this instance. We actually added, some special moldings on the doors to kind of differentiate it from some of the other cabinetry. And here we also did made it look like an old piece of furniture stuck on the end here with this oak table that's been, kind of distressed and hand hewn. So just doing some things like that to kind of break the space up a little bit.
Good deal. And it looks like all of the cabinetry has kind of a distressed look to it.
Yes, that's correct. They wanted it to look like it was like it's been around for a while, and so it was a lot of fun doing that, and it's something that we do a lot of in our business too. Is that type of a finish? So.
Does it kind of break your heart when you have to make it into distressed from nice and smooth and brand new?
Actually, it's actually a lot of fun, and we've had a lot of fun doing it to try to make it look like it was naturally worn that way instead of just putting something on to make it look like it was distressed. But we try to make it look like it was a natural wear type of thing, so that it looks real and authentic. So
yeah, sure, it definitely looks authentic. Well, that's great. Well, anything else we want to touch on here in the kitchen before we move on to some of the other rooms?
I definitely feel like we need to talk about this furniture, this hutch piece that we built. This was something that they were considering going out and buying, and the nice part is, as you get further along in a project, you kind of once the homeowner sees what you're able to do, they kind of give you a little more trust and let you maybe you can convince them that you're able to do some of the things that they maybe hadn't considered a cabinet maker could do. So in this instance, we built this this hutch, which is secured to the wall. It's built in, and it was completely all the design was completely custom. We could manipulate whatever part of it that the homeowner wanted, and make something where finding the exact size and color would have been next to impossible probably.
Great. Well, it's an amazing kitchen, and I can tell that that they definitely chose the right cabinet company. I don't think every cabinet company would be able to do something like this.
Yeah, absolutely not. It takes extra effort, and it definitely takes the ability to kind of focus on the details. And it's not for everybody, but we definitely have found our niche there.
Good deal. Okay, well, let's go ahead and move on to the next room then.
Right now we're in the Butler's pantry, which is probably my second favorite room in the whole house. It's something a little more formal. She wanted a place where she could display her fine china and some of her stemware and glasses and stuff like that. So some of the things we did in this room to kind of really dress it up is we added some fluted columns here and continue that detail up into the upper cabinet here. We also did a little bit of an arch up there just to kind of keep the focus of this room when you first walk in on this whole center section. Another thing we did is you can see that there's lighting behind this cabinet to kind of show off some of her nice crystal stemware there. And really one of the things that brings this room together is the granite countertops. It's just an absolutely beautiful slab. They did the designer did an excellent job of kind of helping us coordinate the colors between the floor and the slab and the cabinetry, and it's really turned out very, very nicely.
Okay, Chris, tell us about this amazing bar that Hostetler Custom Cabinetry built.
If you look at this bar, probably the first thing that catches your eye is the door on the wine storage unit, and that's actually something where in the beginning design we weren't really sure what was going to go in there. We just knew that there was going to be a large door with some wine storage behind it, and so we kind of gave ourselves the challenge of looking for some sort of insert that would be appropriate for the design. And we were actually on vacation in Blue Ridge, Georgia, and happened to walk into an antique store and saw this iron door, and emailed a picture to the homeowner and ended up buying it, bringing it back, and integrating it into the design. So we were able to make it fit, with the door exactly, and build the cabinet to, fit perfectly.
So you're on vacation and you're still kind of thinking about work, huh?
Yeah, you're always thinking about it. It's the nice thing about a job like this, working with good clients and good houses, is it's an art form. So you're always kind of looking for how to kind of complete this project, complete your work of art, I guess.
Find a solution.
Absolutely. Even if it's 4 a.m. and you're still asleep.
There you go. And on the opposite side of the room, we've got an entertainment center that Hostetler Custom Cabinetry built. Tell us about that.
The thing about this entertainment center that sticks out to me is really the warmth of it, the richness of the wood. We looked at several different species and actually landed on walnut because of the sort of brown tone and the warmth that it gives to the room. We were able to work really closely with the audio-visual team, and whenever they give us specs for their components or specs for their TV, being that we're a custom shop and make everything completely, from the rough material, we can design the cabinet so that it fits the TV perfectly. All the components, fit well. There's actually ventilation that comes from the bottom of the cabinet all the way through the top, some routed holes for all that. So we're able to consider all those things and kind of work it into the design. So.
Great. Okay, well, let's move on to the next room.
Now we're in the master bathroom, and we did all the cabinetry work in here, including the panel in front of the tub. And one of the interesting things about this bathroom is they've actually got a TV that's behind a two-way mirror here. So in the morning when they're getting ready, they're able to flip that on, and the TV's not out, in the open in the middle of the room. In a place like this where you want it to feel old, that's one of the things that we do sometimes to hide some of the modern technology to kind of keep that old world feel. The other thing that we did is we made the vanities look a little more like furniture. We did some things like adding furniture feet and doing some hand-carved columns on the corners to, give it that special touch so it doesn't just look like your everyday standard sort of cabinetry. This is a room where originally the homeowner considered building or buying a piece of furniture for, and once again, once she kind of saw what we were able to do, we decided that we could build something here. And so originally we built the vanity, and it's got like a distressed kind of silver flake in the paint, and it's also got some gold leafing on the details. And then she and the designer searched for quite a while to try to find a mirror to fit the room, and just didn't end up finding something. So we decided that we were going to build a mirror to match. So we ended up, using some of the hand-carved details and the same paint from the base and applied it to the top, and made a nice matching set.
Chris, tell us about this furniture piece right here in the foyer as you enter this beautiful home.
Well, the furniture, I guess, seems to be a theme for us in this house. We're able to do quite a few pieces, and this is definitely one of the most unique. After the house was built, again, she was looking for something and couldn't quite find the right thing. So we ended up building this for her, completely custom, and made it exactly to the size she needs. And it's got some of the similar details as that powder room with the gold leafing on the applied molding and some things like that.
Okay, now we're outside in an outside room here, and you've got some built-in cabinetry for this grill area. What kind of material did you use? This obviously is exposed to the elements.
The first thing we had to do was build the cabinet boxes out of a weatherproof material, a waterproof plywood. And then on the outside, this is actually one of the most unique finishes that I've ever done, where it's a sprayed-on copper finish. It's actually a copper product that patinas naturally over time. When we first installed this, it was shiny, almost like when you see a new copper roof. But you can see here that after being out here for a little bit in the elements, it's actually turned a little bit, and the color is turning a really nice kind of aged copper. And we actually did the hood and the cabinetry, so they all match together nicely.
Chris, you got this amazing hood that you were just talking about, but I see that it opens up the back of the hood to a room here on the back end. How did you overcome that kind of a challenge?
That was definitely a big design challenge for us, because you essentially got a range that needs a wall to set on, because there's venting involved with having a big gas range like that. So what we ended up having to do was actually integrate our cabinetry into some paneling on the back of this wall and create sort of our own wall for everything to set on. And the paneling goes into a breakfast area, and there they were able to mount a TV, and because we're able to match the finish, everything pretty much flows together really seamlessly. This bathroom is a great example of some of the things that you can do with a custom cabinet maker that you wouldn't be able to do with just a normal kind of stock cabinet supplier. Here we actually took a cabinet that was in an odd corner and added a lot of visual interest by integrating some of the tile from the shower right beside it into the sink apron. And that way we're kind of able to join the two together and add interest to an otherwise pretty standard vanity.
Well, this has been an amazing project. I'm thoroughly impressed. This has been quite a job. I know our viewers, listeners, and readers are going to want to know how they can get in touch with Hostetler Custom Cabinetry. Can you give all the contact information for us?
Absolutely. Probably the best way to get in touch with us is just go to our website, which is www.hostetlercustom.com, and all of our information's on there, along with some portfolio pictures that are, I think, pretty impressive.
Okay. How about a phone number?
Phone number is 843-795-0946.
And address where you folks are located?
We're on James Island on 445 Fleming Road.
Okay, great. Well, we've been talking with Dale and Chris Hostetler, father-son team with Hostetler Custom Cabinetry at this amazing home on Johns Island, and thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.